Hey, kid, hey, that right there, man. Color on paper. Let's go. Let's go.
Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm speaking true like a pastor. I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in a raptor.
Hit the fire red with a whip. Diamonds on my neck that drip. Suicide door that flip. Let's to the kid of shit.
Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm speaking true like a pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in a raptor.
Hit the fire red with a whip. Diamonds on my neck that drip. Suicide door that flip. Let's to the kid of shit.
Color on traffic, we making it happen. My nigga by that shit busted out the plastic. Ripping the go, bitch, so swerving through traffic. Play with that cat and that shit can get tragic.
What you wanna do, little bastard? I'm your master. Talk too much like a pastor. Diamonds on my neck like flip. I'm the shit. Cover that nigga too bitch.
Roll up a bed while them niggas be capping. Don't say this swinger from all of this trapping. Big boy truck, I pull up in a raptor. Black and yellow, but I call it the raptor.
Big man rolls in my motherfucking chain. I'll be through but my bitch Billy Jean. All these niggas wanna be in between. Dabbing and flipping, you know what it means.
Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm thinking too like the pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in a raptor. Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm thinking too like a pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in a raptor.
Hit the fire red with a whip. Diamonds on my neck that drip. Suicide door that flip. Let's to the kid of shit.
Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm thinking too like a pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in a raptor.
Hit the fire red with a whip. Diamonds on my neck that drip. Suicide door that flip. Let's to the kid of shit. Let's and the kid of shit. 100 round drum and I'm not gon' miss. Hug a nigga like a hog guy, you a bitch. TVE nigga and you know stay lit.
Hey, bitch, we gon' pop my shit. 50K large, that's a lot of my wrist. Selling these bags, got a young nigga rich. Got the money, call a nigga, don't say shit. Hold up.
Net B look like ice cream block. Net 2 gold, so you know it got a lot. She dipping and dabbing with ass and no jeans. In the back seat with a big ass beam.
So they look fool, I don't whip up a brick. Back in the left, trapping hit after hit. No trapping scott, but I swear that it's hit. Crispy blue hundreds and lubricant heat. Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm thinking too like the pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in a raptor. Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm thinking too like a pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in a raptor.
Hit the fire red with a whip. Diamonds on my neck that drip. Suicide door that flip. Let's to the kid of shit.
Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm thinking too like a pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in a raptor.
Hit the fire red with a whip. Diamonds on my neck that drip. Suicide door that flip. Let's to the kid of shit.
How's everybody doing today? It's the Proof in the Pudding podcast show. Hoping everybody had a good week. It's Friday and we definitely about to turn up. I'm definitely excited about today's show. All the way from Atlanta, Throwback Entertainment in the building. Young Lex, artist CEO, dipping and dabbing. Yo, you got a banger right there, yo. So what inspired that record, bro?
Some of everything, man. Like, you know, I'm a creative. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the records I come up with is always more about how can we make the next record better. You know what I'm saying? It's not really too much about thinking too hard or about yo, we just need a quick banger real quick. Let's just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to go with the flow. Like, you see what you're doing, you see your pattern, and then it just come to you like it's supposed to. But that come from years of training and years of me doing music. So I know music when it's good. I hear it and I'm like, oh, yo, we just need to change the words up a little bit. Yo, let's run it.
Right. And that the energy definitely in that video looked like y'all had a good time. So who shot the video? Let's talk about the video.
My partner actually shot that video. His name go by I'm a King Photography, go by CJ. You know what I'm saying? That shouts out to you, man. Good job on the video. But he did a lot of my other videos that you do see on my YouTube channel as well. But he's very dope. He's dope. He's dope.
Okay. All right. So for the people that's watching, right, they may not be familiar. Let's let the people know where you're from.
All right, so I'm originally from New Jersey, Brick City. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? But I've been traveling all the way down south, pretty much.
Ah,
You know what I'm saying? Trying to get from up north. So I'm in right now. I reside in Atlanta, Georgia.
okay.
Um, I do run my own label. I do Throwback Entertainment. I am the
Okay.
CEO. Go by Young Lex. Um, I do have about 9 to 11 artists on the label as well. You
Wow.
know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm pretty much working it, man.
All
Working,
right.
working, working.
And it's definitely coming together. Throwback Entertainment. Salute to y'all. So let me ask y'all: the artists is from all over, or are they mostly out of Atlanta? Where the artists are from?
They some of them mostly from Atlanta, but they some of them from all over, like Janet Nicole.
Okay.
Um, she you know she stays in North Carolina.
Right.
Um, Pat Man the Kid, he actually from Atlanta.
Right.
Sackright Debo, LeBron AK. Um, hey man, I got so many artists, man, it's ridiculous.
Right.
Hazel Eye Beast. She's actually she's from Chicago.
From Chicago.
You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Who else I got, man? Who? Jay Real, he's one of my singers. DeAndre Mikael, he's another one. Like man, I got so many artists, and they all talented. Like no cap.
Yeah, and we had a few of them on the show. We definitely had the chance of having Janet Nicole up here, and we had Sackright Debo.
That's my other
So
artist. Yeah.
yeah, so they both definitely got some good music. So let me ask you: you got a good ear for talent. What is it that you look for when you find an artist?
Um, Energy. The combination of whether or not you in tune with your own music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of artists say, "Yo, I got a dope record. I got a dope record," but when I hear it, uh, it's not that dope. It's cool, but I can
Right.
make it better. You know what I'm saying? Because artists think of how many songs they can do, not how many records they can actually put together. So
Right.
different songs and
Big
records are two different things. You
right.
can't just do. You could right now. Artist could come to me and say, "Yo, I got 100 songs, man. I'm booming." And out of them 100 songs, two of them are only records.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's no such thing of how where your talent level at. It's about whether or not do you have the people in your corner to help you decipher what you have. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing it for so long to where I can hear a song, and I'm like, yo, I could turn any song to a record. The
Yeah.
artist got to be willing to willingly want to do it. If not, then I'm gonna leave it alone. Just keep it moving.
No, I feel you on that. And again, let's talk about your early days because you also are an artist as well. So let's talk about how you first got into music.
Wow. All right. So, well, a lot of people don't know I am 34 years old. I will be 35 this year in November. But
Okay.
I've been doing music since I was 13.
Wow.
I got signed to Universal when I was a young age, 13 years old. George Clinton is my step grandfather.
Oh, wow.
Rest in peace to George Clinton III, which is his son.
Right.
He was my stepdad, but he's family. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I got into music. He pretty much like, yo, come to the studio. We actually stay in Tallahassee, Florida. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And he was like, yo, he had the studio, Big George, which is George Clinton. He was like, yo, we about to work. You know what I'm saying? So I was just paying attention to what was going on. I'm talking about all the way back to the NPC days. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? A lot of people don't even know about, not the
Right.
new generation don't know about NPC. They just see other people use them. But we came from the NPC. We actually learning the need. We're learning the pedals. We're learning
Wow.
the like yeah, like it go back. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So now it's kind of like um me being signed to Universal. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I done a lot of records for a lot of artists, yes. You know what I'm saying? But that's Universal property, that's not mine. So I don't take credit. I can't take credit for what they got. It's cool, no trip. But I take the experience.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's more important than that. That's more
Facts.
like experience is more money and value than you could possibly imagine. A lot of
Right.
people don't understand when I say that, which is cool. They don't have to understand it. They can say, "No, man, you got to get that shine." Yeah, it's not always about getting the shine. You got to know your time.
Know your time.
You got to know your time. When it's your time, it's your time. So what I did was moving forward. I've just been progressing, learning. Like, okay, I need to do this on my own. I need to learn it. So
Right.
then that's when my sister, Latoya Wiggins, Buddha Wiggins, and my other brother Shaquille Wiggins, we got together and we created our own label, which was Throwback Entertainment.
Wow.
As a family, we created that. You know what I'm saying? My sister, she was doing the management. My brother, he was actually the artist. You know what I'm saying? And I was already rapping. I was already writing music for people. I was already doing it. So
Right.
it was easy for me. You know what I'm saying? But I was more like, yo, I can orchestrate this to where we can make this a real big situation. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I kept it going and going and going. So then, we got older. Everybody started going their separate ways. Life happened, which is
Right.
cool. But I stuck to it and I took the label and I actually made it a legit business.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So now I just hone my craft. And so instead of me just always charging people for the services of what I can do, I bargain.
Wow.
You
That's
know what I'm saying?
powerful.
I bargain. So I take my being the fact that I know how to make beats, being the fact that I know how to record, I know how to mix your song, I know how to master your song, I know how to do everything that got something to do with music. I know how to do it. You
Right.
know, so I took that and if you're a good artist, let me hear what you got, and I hear them. But if it's not good, I'm not gonna tell you it's not good. I'm
Right.
like, if anything, let's make this better. I'm like, shit, what you can do. And I just take it from there. Then when we go in the studio and record it, they're like, "Yo, that's dope. Oh, I would have never thought about that. That's so dope. Like it's crazy how you did that." So now it became from a song to a record, and now they're like, "Yo, and that's how it really started with me getting
Wow.
artists for the label at that point. So I was like, you know what? I think I could really do it like real. Then it went to me getting the artists on the label. Now I had to decipher what artists I really wanted on the label.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just go with just picking any artist just because they say they rap or they sing or whatever. You got to pick the right artist that's that artist. You got to pick the right one that
Right.
really wanted. And that's all I did. Just decipher what was what. And when I did it, now I have the artists of some that you have actually heard. A lot of their
Right.
music, I helped create their music, their beats, um, like A&R and their records in the studio, making sure it sounds good, mixing it, make everything all the way down to the T. Pretty
Right.
much, I'm behind all of it.
Wow. And that's the thing right there. From speaking to some of the artists on your label, it's like a family. I didn't know that Buddha was your sister. Salute to Buddha. She was up here as well, right? So the thing is, like, y'all have a tight knit family niche over there, and it's like everybody's playing their position, working together. So let me ask you, how did going from Universal, what things did you learn that you're applying now in your label? Like, what things did you learn from that?
It's more about just the music in total. You know what I'm saying? And especially the music business.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's a totally different situation. You know what I'm saying? Like the music is one thing, but then you got the music business. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I needed to learn that. The only thing I got from Universal was just the music itself. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It was cool. You know what I'm saying? And and even when I was signed with Universal, it was really more contract, like a contract for hire thing for real. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? So I don't really count that for anything for real. I don't count it. But it was a good, like I said, it was a good experience for what it
right,
was. You know what I'm saying? I take that. But it like I said, it's more you got to know what you're doing. But the music business itself, when you learn that,
right,
oh no, you got the game up. You got it sold up. So no matter what new generation comes, it's all the music business gonna stay the same. But how you go about it is gonna be different.
right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
that,
So I had to teach my sister, Latoya Wiggins. I had to teach her that as well because she thought it was how it was back in the day. So I had to, what I'm
right,
saying, like kept talking up, like yo, digital streaming is a little bit different now. So we got to get it
right.
together. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
So you know, once I taught her that, and Jen, that's why Janet Nicole numbers is up right now over a
right,
100,000. Congrats, Janet Nicole. her numbers is over 100,000 on Spotify streaming. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So and that's hard to do for independent artists. A lot of
Definitely.
independent artists can't even make 10,000 streams.
Right.
They
No, that's
can't
real.
do it.
That's real right there. Speaking of Janet Nicole, salute to her. You said 100,000 streams.
Mm-hmm.
Salute to her. Let me ask you, yo, what did you think when you first heard her? Because her lyrics, right? She's a dope artist, but she has some lyrics that make you go, wow. Like, yo, it's one song where it's like, fuck all the ones that didn't believe in me.
That was Bon for Culo.
Right. So when you first heard this, because you in the studio when this is going down. So when she's singing this, what's going through your mind, bro?
Actually, with that record, she did that record. She wrote that record in North Carolina.
Okay.
And we had a show, and she was like, uh, I just want to do the music. I just want to do something. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. So me and my wife, which is my lady Lex, you'll be talking to her soon, but she
Okay.
actually manages my other artists as well. Um, so she got with her with Janet Nicole and was like, hey, I need a dope record. You coming down here, you gonna perform. I need a dope, I need a song, something that's crazy, fire. I need
Right.
that. Next thing you know, she called back in 30 minutes, like, I got it. And when I heard it, I was like, hold up. I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa. I'm like, that shit dope. It's
Right.
dope.
Yo,
So
it is.
she got down here, she did the show. And believe it or not, killed everybody in the building. No
Wow.
cap. For her first time performing in front of execs and a bunch of artists, you know what I'm saying, who got that same music talent level,
Right.
and blew them out of the water. Just her by herself. I ain't even talking about my other artists that was there. Just
Right.
her by herself blew them out of the water. And they were like, yo, we want her at this show. We want her over here now. And just that quick, now everything started happening for her. That ended up being her on one of the biggest stages in Atlanta for the 107.9 One Love, One Mic show. That's
Right.
big. That's big. That's a big stage to even, you got to be invited to that show. And she made it and she got invited to the show. So we was there and she killed it.
Wow.
Yeah, so for a lot of people out there right now who's artists, I highly suggest, and I will say this: like, don't ever say you can't do it, because Jenny Nicole is that, like, I took her from being just a singer to actually like a singer, songwriter, everything that people know. Like, yo,
Right.
she dope. People know
Wow.
her. Yeah.
And that's the thing right there. Even Buddha said in the comments and did it live.
Yeah, and did it live. Yes, she
Wow.
did. She did it live. No cat. She did it live. No back. No nothing. It was the music played, and it was just her and that microphone.
Wow.
No. She had no songs recorded. It was just her.
And shut it down. And shut it down. Like you said, your timing. So it's like that's something that she had wanted. And then it's like, yo, we gave you the opportunity. And she rose to the occasion. So as the CEO, believing in her, and then the family, because Buddha's managing her, how did that feel to see her shine in that moment and that time? Because like you said, this is where the pressure's on. It's a big show. For her to
Mm-hmm.
come through and knock it out the park. How did you feel?
I mean, I felt good about it because, again, like, I give every artist a chance. You know what I'm saying? Whether you could tell, like, if I hear whether the artist real good or not, I give you a chance. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna let you prove to me that you say you got it. So show me what you got. But I'm gonna put you in the line then. I'm gonna
Right,
put you in front of execs. I'm gonna put you in front of people who've been doing this music, not in front of a bunch of artists that's trying to do the same thing you doing. No, I'm
right,
talking about the people that actually can say, "Hey, I want your music and I want to put it on my radio station." Them type of people. You know what I'm saying?
right,
I have connections with so many people in the industry now. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I can call anybody I want for real, and if I want them on the record and put them on the record for an EP or something, I can do it.
right,
You know what I'm saying? But I'm a CEO to where, like, I'm not just gonna give it to you. You got to earn it.
right. That's the
And
thing.
I felt good. I felt good about it. I felt good. I was like, oh, she did it. And
Right,
that drove her. That one little situation drove it all the way to what you heard of her EP. That all the way to yes,
Right.
all the way down to G LeBeau getting on it. If you don't know what G LeBeau is from the Rude Boys,
Right.
um, everybody know written all over you. Yes, that boy nasty. Boy, that boy
Right.
a legend. Yes,
Wow.
but he is on her EP on some
Right.
songs and did back vocals for every on her EP and all.
Wow. So all right, let's talk about that real quick. How did you link that together? How did you make that network?
That actually went through shouts out to All Access J. He's real big down here in Atlanta. He actually got access to when All Access J means
Right.
all access to everything in Atlanta.
Wow.
Any media, anything to yes, that's him. But that's my partner. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we ended up linking. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yo, for Janet, I think we should put her with G LeBeau. And I was like, well, I mean, let's make it work and see where it goes. And just
Right.
so happened it actually worked out better. So G LeBeau, you know, we was more like, yo, on the business side of the thing, like, look, we just gonna run it like this. Like, you know, I do some back vocals, this, that, third, help out, do and even help her make sure she's singing everything right, this, that, third, and you
Wow.
know. And so I ended up being, you know, do fair and fair and gave him some percentage of, you know what I'm saying, the
Right.
EP itself because again, he's on it and he does have his credit. So, you know, I do everything straight down the middle. I don't play around when it comes down to it.
And
That
that's the
music
thing.
business.
Wow. And that's the thing, like you said, and you keep stressing it, the music business. A lot of artists think it's just making music. They don't know the business side. So being a
Mhm.
CEO, what's some mistakes artists make getting in the game?
A lot of mistakes. They make a lot. But the one main mistake they really make a lot is thinking that somebody owed them something.
Right.
That's the one biggest mistake. They think they somebody owed them something. They think that because they got a good talent level that they supposed to do that for them, or they're supposed to give them some money, or they're supposed to pay them for the show.
Right.
No, they're not supposed to do anything. Your expectations are too high. You have to prove yourself as an artist first. See,
Right.
when you do that, that everything else will come like it's supposed to because now they see they can work with you. You're humble. They see that you're marketable. They see that we can put this money behind you, and you know what? We can give you another. We can give you 500,000, and you won't go mess it over buying Lamborghinis and did that third. You ain't even a successful artist to be buying a Lamborghini. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You got to be that first. You got to
Right.
be that first. You can't just be out here talking about something. Oh, I'm talented. Give me a deal, $1 million right now, and not knowing that $1 million deal is not even $1 million deal.
Right.
They're gonna
Right.
give you upfront money and then say, hey, the rest of that going into your project and that upfront money, if you don't do what's right by that, by actually go booking your studio time and just that third, and then the rest of that money is for marketing.
Right.
That's that music business side. It takes so
Right.
much money to market your stuff to make sure that your EP or album or single or whatever it is going to be a hit record to make sure that you have performances and everything to go overseas and all type of stuff. It takes that much money to market stuff.
Wow.
But if you smart and know how to market your stuff in a different kind of way without doing all the extra stuff, then and you got the connections like me, for example, then
Right.
you could take those shortcuts like I do with Jen and Nicole. You could take the shortcut, but you still have to make sure that you as an artist be yourself. Now, second mistake is artists make mistakes on they don't invest in themselves.
Right.
They
Right.
don't invest. Whether you sign to a major label or independent label, as an artist, you have to invest in yourself. I don't care if Jack and Jill said they want to get some water from the hills. They
Right.
still got to take that time to go get the water, right?
They got to
They
put the work
invest
in.
that time and energy to go get the water. So if you wasn't signed, you would still pay for your studio time, right?
Right.
If you needed a microphone, you would go to the store and buy your microphone, right?
Right.
Or you gonna wait for the labels to go buy it for you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Right.
so that's another mistake that artists that them two are the biggest mistakes that artists make. They think they somebody owe them something and they won't invest in themselves because they want everybody else to do it for them when they is the one that don't understand they is the artist.
Right.
You got to get on that stage, not me.
Right.
If you want to go do a show, you don't need my permission to go do a show.
Right.
Go just go do a show and then tell me how it went. Make sure you get somebody to record it.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact. Because in this industry, like you said, you can't carry them, you can't drag them because like if they don't want it, and if you believe in them sometimes more than they believe in themselves, it becomes after a while it becomes a headache because it's like they don't believe in themselves or they don't have the drive or they may have the talent, but they may not have the work ethic. They may have the talent, but they may have a bad attitude. People might not want them around. So, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, you got to have all the package. So, again, when we talk about the industry, even the people that we think overnight, nothing was overnight. It was overnight when we found out about them. But they all had a story. So it's like you had the opportunity to work around some great people. You say your stepdad was George Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
Great stepdad. Was a great stepdad.
Step grandfather George Clinton.
Step grandfather. Okay, so what was that like in the early days? Because I know even in the interview with Buddha, she was saying how he would do a one-on-one and work with her on the management side, and the rest of y'all he would pull y'all to the side and figure out what it was that you were good at and help hone that skill in y'all. So what was that like, and what memories stood out the most of that one-on-one time?
Really, pretty much all of it because I learned the board by my. I learned he put me on the board and said, "Hey, go for what you know." I'm like, okay, look at the board and tell me what you see.
Wow.
I didn't understand what he was saying at first. I
Right.
didn't understand, but as I started playing with the board, I treated the board like a video game. I'm like, oh, let me just touch some buttons and see what happens.
Right.
And then I started to understand. I said, oh, I need to play the music, and then I have to, boom, okay. Then when I started to figure that out, then I understood. Ah, so you have to level this stuff out. Cause back then, you remember, we had to put all the sounds out on each channel. Each
Right.
sound had to go on a channel on the board. So that's how we had to actually have to form and make the beat. And of course, we had to use the back then we had a piano. And what was it called, man? Like, it was crazy. We had the NPC, but the NPC was connected to this computer, keyboard we had. I can't remember the name of it, but we had it. So once we get that, then we put it on the disc. Then we had to transfer the disc to the board, and then we
Right.
got this 50 channel track board here, SSL board. So I put the disc in. So boom, now all the sounds are loaded up. Now you got to put them in each channel. Then once you put them in each channel, now you got to level each sound out. Make sure then you got to play it, and then you have to stretch the beat out like that of what you want and how you want it. That's how we actually laid it out. So when I learned how to work the board, it was easy for me to understand sound.
Right. Right.
You got to understand sound. That even goes with drums. A lot of people think because you hear the boom 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 boom, that's not it. You got the EQ the boom 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 boom.
Right.
But when I had that, that's what made me understand like, oh, so I can't just do it like that. Oh, so I had to when I started to understand on a professional level, like all these people who actually are composers, musicians, and what I'm saying, who play all these different instruments. Now I understand why they go through sound check. Now I understand why they go through with the orchestra, why they go through each section. Like, okay, we need to make sure y'all sounds are on point, on level, nobody overpowering nothing. I understood. So
Wow.
yeah, it took a minute for me to really learn it, but once I got it, it was good. But then George was like, "Hey, I need you to make me a beat, make me something crazy."
Wow.
I made something crazy for them, and they actually used it. It was crazy. They actually used it, but I didn't want
Wow.
credit for it. I was just happy that I did it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was saying, "Hey, do what you do." And now I feel like I can really do it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So then it went from that to me learning how to actually like write songs for other people. I knew how to write for myself, but it opened up a door of me how to write for other people. Because if I can make beats for people, then I know, and I could come up with a melody of how it should go. It's easy for me to write for other people now, and that's
Right.
how that happened to open up that door.
Wow. And that's the thing right there. Your sister said, yo, back then y'all messed up. You did push-ups.
Oh yeah, we definitely did. Oh my god, so I'm talking about it was crazy because true story. George was like, "Yo, you got 1 hour to make me something nice." He didn't say, hey, what it was. He said, make something nice. I'm stuck. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm mess up. I'm just doing it. And he came in. It ain't right. I need 100 push-ups. Wait, what? Hold on. Yeah, that type of situation. So you mess
Right.
up. Yeah, you doing push-ups.
Yo, but looking back at it, I'm pretty sure you glad. I'm pretty sure you're glad that he put you through that boot camp because, like you said, even with that board, right, it ties down even to the shows, like you said, with the sound check. So it's like understanding the sound and the levels and stuff like that. So it's like you may be at a show, they may not have that sound system together, but if they got that board, you know how to go in there and tweak it and get it going. And it's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing with getting a good recording reading on the
Mm-hmm.
level. So it's like when they're doing their vocals and stuff like that. So it's like back then you're learning it and it's like you're putting it together and it's making sense and it's opening up these other gates now. Looking back years later, right?
Mm-hmm.
How has that helped you out in your career in the long run? Because it's like now you have the best of both worlds.
Right. It actually helped out so much to the point now, if you want to talk about the new generation of it now, um, you can hear vocals clearer now. You got, you know what I'm saying? Like, because back then you really couldn't hear vocals clear.
Right.
You really couldn't. There was no way you can cycle the vocals to make them clear. You had to do stuff like put your microphone in the bathroom just to make a good reverb effect. And, I mean, it was a bunch of stuff we had to do to make certain sounds, right?
Right.
Now we can just make it just it's digital. So we got
Right.
it. But if you understand the digital was what, not knowing that all these VST that people use, they're just digital instruments and tools that we were using back then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So reverb was actually all was just an echo sound.
Right.
Just a wider range of sound and the way it was created. All they did was just took that same situation and just put it into a VST and made it easier for other people to use in their music. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Um, but now it's like with vocals, you can hear them clearer now. Like you know, okay, in order for you to get clear vocal, you need a nice boot. So what you need in a nice boot, you need the good habit. You need soundproof stuff. You need to
Right.
soundproof your booth. Once your booth is soundproof, you come out with the best, clearest vocals with a good microphone. You can't just use any microphone.
Right.
You need a good microphone.
All
So
right.
you can't compensate the booth and say, hey, my vocal's clear and I hear it. Yeah, I still hear distortion. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it changed a lot to me to the point where I can understand how vocals are supposed to be, how EQ is supposed to be, how everything's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But you got people now who just don't care about how they record. They just feel like if it's a good record, it's a good record, and not knowing that you just playing it for your friends.
Right. Right.
What about the other people who's not your friend? Play it for them. Let's see what they say. Oh, you or are you scared that they're gonna tell you exactly what it is? I don't like it. Why you don't like it? First of all, it don't sound good.
Right.
It's gotta sound good for me to actually listen to the record.
Right.
You know. So yeah.
And that's the gift and the curse of nowadays. Like you said, back in the day, it was all hardware. The benefits of it nowadays is everybody has access to it. Like you said, you don't need to go out and buy all this gear. You can get the plugins. But the downside for me, looking from the outside in, it's like now everybody has access. Everybody can be an engineer now. Everybody can record, but they don't have the skill or they haven't took the time to learn it. So like you said, so everybody's putting out music and some of the quality is paying the price because they don't know.
Right.
They didn't learn the boards and stuff like that. So let me ask you, being an engineer, being the CEO, what's three of your go-to plugins? Like if you only could use three plugins on a record, what's three clutch plugins
Mm,
that you're gonna
mm,
use?
mm. My main three, if I had to record somebody right now, a compressor, a good compressor. And the crazy part is, you don't put the compressor on the vocal, you put the compressor on the master
Wow.
before you even start recording. You need a
Right,
good compressor on the master because again, your master level is supposed to be at 0, but you always want a negative to make sure that the vocal don't peak. So you always put a compressor on, straight up. And then it also depends on what box you use, whether you use
right,
the Apollo, the SSL box. If people don't know what that is, look it up. Trust me, that'll make your that's gonna make your life. It's a life change. Trust me.
Right.
Going to warning, but that helps you with the vocals. But um, the main thing I would use some good reverb, a compressor, and a good EQ.
And a good EQ. Wow. And then okay, so if they balling on the budget, what's a good mic they could use?
Technically, at this point, all the mics that's out right now are pretty good mics now. Because most people go to Guitar Center and get their mics, or they order it online now. So it's right now. It's really no good mic. All mics now are pretty much the same. It just
Right.
depends on what you're using, or in the computer itself, and what box you use. It depends.
Right. Right.
And
So
they didn't
what's
get to a point, and they ain't down to the point where you can get a crap. Now you can get a semi crappy mic now, and you can have preamp mics inside of your box, like Apollo or SSL box or whatever you have. And there's
right?
preamp mics that's going to like change the dynamics of the microphone you're actually using.
Wow. Wow. So okay, for a starving artist out there trying to get started, right? We
Mm-hmm.
talking about the audio. We talking about the audio face, right? When we talk
Mm-hmm.
about the box, we're talking about that's what the mic preamp
The
to
audio
the
and
computer.
the interface, yeah.
Okay. So all right. So what they can't cut corners on the interface. Like that's one thing you don't want to cut corners. So like what interfaces would you recommend?
Apollo or the SSL.
Apollo or the SSL. Wow. And about for the
Anything else, if it don't have a knob on it, mm-mm.
wow. Wow. And that's the game changer right there.
That's more than a game changer.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
more than a game changer.
And then how long did it take you to transition from hardware to software?
It didn't take long because it's the same thing.
Right.
It didn't take long. It's the same thing. Like people don't understand that. They be like, no, true story. I had a partner. He just came to me the other day. Me and him was gonna make some beats together, but I found out that he was still using the MPC. Now,
Wow.
there's nothing wrong with still using the MPC. It's nothing wrong with it. It's about what DAW are you using.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, okay. It's the DAW you're using. Yeah, because I
Right.
just got distracted with something. My bad.
Oh, you good, bro. You good. You good.
It's about the DAW you're using. You got your MPC, but what DAW are you using? Some people use Logic. Some people
Right.
use Reaper. Some people use Fruity Loops. Some people use Pro Tools. Some people use Studio One. Some people, it depends on what DAW you're using. But when you're talking about making beats, most people now are using Fruity Loops,
Right.
FL20. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For all the artists out right there right now, please get that. FL20 is the best beat making
Wow.
program you can have. No cap. Like it's
Wow.
beating everything. And yes, back then Logic used to be that. Reasons used to be that.
Right.
But no. FL20 uses every VST in the world. It's
Wow.
compatible.
Right.
So yeah, you might want to switch over. But
Wow.
FL20 is good, but when you're talking about vocals and you're using the Apollo or the SSL, whatever the case may be, for Pro Tools is gonna be the best. But yeah, my partner he came and was like, "Well, I'm using the MPC, you know what I'm saying, but I use Logic, you know what I'm saying, and then I put my stuff in Pro Tools and I mix my beat like that." And as I'm hearing his beats, I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I see your talent and your skill level, but no artist will actually get on your beats because of this is the new
Wow.
generation game now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta see us producers, me now I'm in my producer role.
Right.
Producer and not just a beat maker, producer. You have to you have to look at everything and put yourself in a perspective of what was then and what's now,
Right.
and you got to go with change. You have to go with the change. Think about it. Lil Bow Wow just came out with a record just a recent ago, and his whole style changed. Everything about Bow Wow changed.
Right.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? The beat he's using, Everything changed. The way he rap, what he's rapping about, everything changed. So you got to go with the time, and when it changed, you change.
Wow, that's real.
So that's why you see on YouTube the baby type beat, and then you got Meg Thee Stallion type beat. Like, and mind you, it be from the craziest producer, the best producer in the world, 808 Mafia. It come from
Right,
all, you know what I'm saying. These same producers that you heard from back in the day doing Rick Ross stuff and everything. Now they doing tight beats and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I don't. In the first thing, I don't put my beats out on YouTube.
right,
So because of I like to be creative. I don't want nobody to take my creativity and try to flip it into something they produce or remake what I did. Don't want to actual
right.
purpose, but you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't. I get it as far as the streaming or whatever the case may be. That's cool, but if you're talking about in the long run, is it going to help? No,
Right,
that's
right.
not going to help.
And that's going back to the business side right there, knowing the business. Because like you said, people thinking, oh, it's just on YouTube. But like you said, if somebody know how to play, they can recreate the whole beat, or they may take that. And sometimes I've heard major artists sometimes they do that sometimes, and they'll hear it, they'll recreate it. Next thing you know, the song comes out, and you like, yo, I made it, but you didn't protect yourself. Now, it's, the world, as far as the world concerned, you bit their beat. So how
Mhm.
important is that, protecting yourself and not putting stuff out until it's copyrighted, until you make sure it's trademarked and stuff like that? Because I see a lot of times people in the studio, they're doing a new song right now. They premiering the vocals, they premiering the hook. What's your take on that?
Honestly, you want my honest opinion on it?
I want your honest opinion. Yeah, definitely.
It's bullshit.
Right,
It's bullshit because these major artists, that's their job. That's their like. I a lot of independent artists need to understand to keep a major artist in the rotation. They got to see what is hot out there that nobody has ever heard. And guess
right,
what? Us independent artists and independent labels, guess what we do? We feed them every time. We feed them because, like you said, they don't protect themselves. They don't know the business. They don't go copyright and then go BMI their stuff. Make sure they got their percentages and just that third. Make sure that they go purchase the beat if you got it from YouTube. You make sure you
right.
get that contract. See all these things I'm seeing right now. I'm giving gems to the game right now for real, for real. You know
Facts,
what I'm
facts,
saying?
facts.
So if you don't go do all, if you don't do none of them things, and you say, hey, let's go to the studio, that beat hard on YouTube, download it. Boom, you get the beat, you write the song, go in the studio, record it. Oh man, it's crazy. Yo, let's do a video. Mm-hmm. Then the video done. Guess what happened? They go put it out on YouTube. They did none of the back office. They did nothing. Next thing you know, you got somebody like the Baby and Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B and everybody else like, yo, them numbers going crazy on TikTok. Them numbers going crazy on YouTube. That nigga, he got
Right,
500K on that video. It's crazy. Yo, let's look it up in a system and see if he actually registered that joint. And then when they see that he didn't do none of his homework and his name ain't known nowhere, guess what
right,
they do? They take exactly what he did. They don't have to steal the lyrics. They can just make something similar to it.
right,
It's over with. So rap now, like you said, they biting off of them now. So it's important that if you don't do your part and don't do your homework, boy, stop. You will never be successful.
right,
You will never be successful. That's why Jen and Nicole will be successful. That's why all my artists on my label will be successful because nobody can take none of their stuff because I protect it. I
right,
do all the back office work. I don't play them games because I know how it feels when somebody steal your work and take your credit for work and for work they don't even do. They ain't even have to scratch the surface and take that long to figure out a good song. They in the
right,
studio like, man, we need another record for you, man. We need a good another. We need nothing, man. Go on you, go on TikTok and you go on YouTube, you go on TikTok, you go on IG. Find out what's hot,
right.
and there you go.
And boom.
And mind you, they in the studio while they're doing this.
Right. right now. And that's the thing. You're dropping jewels on them, and it's like it happens every day. You see a lot of times, a lot of these artists they drop big records. I think it even happened to YNF Lucci earlier this year with the
Yeah.
Everyday We Lit, big record. But it's like, he didn't get to go about it the right way. But it's like, even as the indie artists is, right? It's like, so they may win a lawsuit and you get a couple 100,000 or whatever, but the label is still made millions of dollars off that record. So it's like, you feel like I made it or they paid me, but it's like you're not getting the percentage that you would have got if you would have owned it. You understand?
Okay, to speak on that, what would have been a smart move? See, if that was me, right, and I was in that position, I'll tell you what I would have did. Hey, yo, I want a lawsuit. Nope, I'm suing you, right?
Right.
When the labels find out that I'm suing them, they're like, hey, man, we gotta pay them the money. We got to. Or just give me a percentage of the record.
Wow.
Just give me 10% of the record.
Right.
And guess what? They'll pay you some money for what was already made, and then you get 2% of the record after that. And that look, you ain't got to, and that's done. You ain't even got to. You make more money in the long run than you getting that couple $300,000-400,000 for a record that just made almost 10-20 million.
Wow.
When you could have been making that for them, you could have been making a percentage on royalties for the rest of your life. That's what I would have did.
Right.
Just saying.
That's real right there. And I know another one of my homeboys, he's out from NC. He's from Winston-Salem, but he moved to the A. And I'm not going to throw his name out there because he had a lawsuit going on, but a similar situation, right? He paid for a feature from an artist, right? He gave him 10 bands to get the verse from the artist. Artist got the 10 bands. They never dropped the verse, right? So it's like, same situation. He's contacting them. By now they doing they faking him out. He can't get him on the phone. He do a lawsuit, right? So eventually, they trying to get him to court. The artist, the mainstream artist, is like pushing it off. He's not coming to court, but it takes money to keep going to court. So long story short, he stuck with this. It took him 10 years. It's like most people would have gave up, like, yo, ain't nothing gonna happen, but he's dropping money every time. He's dropping money to keep, trying to get this situation resolved. Long story short, after the 10 years, he got $7 million for a $10,000 verse he never got. But most people, our money would run out, or we would be then gave up 10 years later. Like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna hurt him when I see him. Nobody's gonna stick with it, but it's a business, like you said. So from that $10,000, he wound up getting $7 million. But he learned the industry after that. So it's like now, contracts and stuff like that. We look at it because a lot of people in the industry and hip hop, right? In the indie world, a lot of us are people from the street, we from the neighborhoods and stuff like that. So we go by word and we go by code of honor and stuff like that. But when you take it into the business world and people doing contracts and stuff like that, and you're not doing contracts, it's like, how do you separate the streets? Because I see a lot of cats come in and they say, I'm from the streets. But it's like, that's cool and dandy out there. But in the industry, these are executive bullies. These executive thugs. So it's like, for the people that may not understand that, let's break it down for them real quick.
All right, so it's crazy because I'm not gonna say no name, but I had a person, one of my bros, you know what I'm saying? He kind of a similar situation, talented, you know what I'm saying? Street, you know what I'm saying? Like he that, you feel me? But he's talented with the music, no cap. But soon the moment I start talking about contracts and this, that, the third, no, I ain't signing no contract. Nah, man, I ain't. Why not? You'll sign a contract if you was about to go get a job for a white man, not doing the 9 to 5.
Right.
You would sign a contract if you was about to go you pick up your check. You would go sign a contract if you was to get a loan for $25,000. You would sign a contract to go get a car.
Right.
So why wouldn't you sign a contract that's gonna help your music career?
Right.
Or that because you feel like all music execs who been doing music is a bully or a shark or gonna mess you over. No, you only get messed over because you allowed yourself to get messed over.
Right.
See, they're only going executive stuff is only going to do what you allow them to do.
Right.
If you don't do your part, oh shit, you ain't gonna go do it. Don't worry about it.
We'll take care of it.
Yeah, we'll take care of it. Don't even worry about it. You say you ain't want to do it, I'll do it. But I'm gonna
Right.
put my name all over this.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I teach my artists and any other artist that I come across. So like right now, I'm actually in Florida right now because we just did a show last night.
Wow.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Matter of fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I be teaching artists all around me, like, yo, stop playing.
Right.
Know your music business. Yo, everybody I know that's been around since I've been in Florida, they're actually signed to Believe Entertainment. They're signed to the independent label down here in Florida.
Right.
It's a group of them. Now, how do you get now the next question, because I know you're going to eventually ask, I'm gonna go ahead and ask it for you. How do you actually get the artists to sign to your label?
Right.
How do you get them to sign? I get artists to sign to my label by showing them what I can do. Not me giving you promises of, oh, I'm about to give you a dream. Oh, I'm about to. No, I'm not doing all that. That's too much work.
Right.
No, I'm gonna show you what I can do. That way, you could determine for yourself whether or not it's gonna be a good situation for you or not. I could tell you all day that what I can do, but I'm gonna show you what I can tell you. So
Right.
every artist on my label, they see my work. I have one artist on my label. Her name Hazel IBs. She been my artist since she was 15 years old.
Wow.
She's 28 now. My
Right.
bad, 25. She's 25 now.
Right.
And I helped her with her music, molded her, made sure she was on point. And for years, she's been working her craft. And when she finally was ready, that's now she's doing good.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I took a child, a teenager, and made her something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They even go down to shouts out to Lil Key, shouts out to Lil Got It. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're my little partners that, stayed in the way ATL. You know what I'm saying? Um, who else? Man, it's crazy, man. So many people that I know that I came across that I helped and all type of stuff, man. And like I've been around for so long in Atlanta, just in Atlanta by alone, been
Right.
around helping so many artists. Like they appreciate the fact, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Lex is real. He real. You know what I'm saying? Like he helped me get my business together. He taught me the music. He helped me understand what was really going on. You know what I'm saying? And now I got my LLC. I got this. I got that. Now I know how to do this. Now I took it from that. And I'm telling you that as they keep going, they always reach back and be like, "Yo, Lex, bro, I appreciate you, bro. Like whenever you need me, bro, you just call me, bro. No
Right.
cap." You know what I'm saying? So I don't just go around charging people hundreds and thousands of dollars just to be doing what what all the other execs will want. You feel
Right.
me? I'm just trying to make it better for people to understand. Like, yo, I could be your best friend. I want
Right.
to be your best friend. I want to be your business partner. I want to be everything to you, but also understand that the business that I'm running is a family situation. So if I
Right.
call you my family and you're part of this family, then I'm gonna be there for you. If you say, "Yo, I need like 10 beats from my artist, bro," all right, cool, let's work something out. And I ain't and mind you, even with the beat, I don't even bust nobody over the head for beats, bro. For real, I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because for what? When I create the beats, I can make 100 beats in probably in a week and be like, yo, I can get these things out like hotcakes. And then I got other production partners that's on my production team. That's by the way, that's called 808 Tune Gun. You know what I'm
808
saying?
tone.
It's me and two other people that's part of that production team.
Right.
And when I tell you, like, they're amazing beat makers too. You know what I'm saying? Like, no cap. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not the only one who just make all the beats.
Right.
I make majority, but I'm not the main. I'm not always one. I take what they got too, and I be like, yo, what you got? Bring it here. Let me see what it is. Let me see how I can make it better. Boom.
Right.
And we work it. That's how we work. You know what I'm saying? It's no I in team. Everything I
Wow.
do is a team effort with different things going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I do the production part, and I also have the label side. So it's two different things going on that's going to be able to help the artist all the way around the board.
Right.
Then I got the connection. So when you put all that together, what you got?
You winning. You definitely winning. You definitely winning. Matter of fact, wasn't Sack Right Debo on the show with y'all
Yeah,
in Florida? Okay,
yeah.
yeah, because he was talking about it on the interview. He was excited about that because that was his first time going to Florida. So let's talk about that. How was that for y'all, bro?
Man, last night, oh my God. Oh man, he look, right. He wasn't supposed to perform last night, right? But
Right.
my partner John from Believe Entertainment, he was running the whole venue, Club Vibe down here. He said, "Yo, come on, Sack Right, give it to me. What you got?" Nobody down there heard Sack Right. Nobody heard
Right.
him. Man, he got up there and piped it up, and everybody pulled their phone out. Everybody like, "Yo, hold on, who is this?" but
Right.
then, but then when they found out, like, "Oh, Lex, that's your artist." Like, we know Hazel.
Right.
That's your artist. Yeah, and I created the music too, the beat. Yeah, that's all me right there. Like, what? They're like, we need a beat maker, bro. Like, we need to talk. Like,
Right.
that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I don't try to go out here and try to make all these beats for all these major artists and independent artists like that. I don't try to do that. No, I literally take my talent and put it into my art and then let them present what I'm doing.
Right. Wow.
It's
And
no
that's
point of me trying to be the spotlight. What I'm trying to be the spotlight for, I want my artists to be the spotlight. So I give them the sound. I give it to them first,
wow.
and nobody else can get the beats that they use. It's off the
Right.
market. Nobody else get it. Once they use it, that's it. So with it. I put that on. I shelf that.
And that's the thing. You just said a powerful thing that I try to tell a lot of producers as well. Is like you said, you instead of putting the beats out online and stuff like that, you let your artists do the songs, right? So now they're in Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sack Right Debo turns up. They're not expecting this. So now they feeling the music. Now they say, yo, we like that beat. Now you turn around and say, yo, I made the beat. It's not you saying I make beats. Listen to my beat. Listen to my beat. Your artist gets up there. They speak for you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of producers, they make the mistake, right? They want to be big overnight. Like, yo, now
Mm-hmm.
I'm charging $1,000 over my beat. People may know you in your neighborhood or that city, but they don't know you outside of the city. But it's like you said, when you let the artists, and the thing with you have these artists that's on your label. So they already representing you. So if they
Mm-hmm.
look good, you look good. So now when people say, yo, who doing their production? You
Right.
say me. And they say, what? You made that beat. How does that feel? What does that feel like in the moments?
I mean, at that moment, it's more like I'll be proud of my work. Like, I know my work is working. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Even with the new generation. I'm from the old school, so but even with the new generation, it's like it's working. It's
right,
right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Hey, yo, we lit. You know what I'm
right,
saying? We lit. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear it, it's a good feeling. But and I just move on.
right. And
You know what
then
I'm
just
saying?
keep working.
I appreciate that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I really want to do business with you, bro. I'm like, all right, cool. You can talk all day. You got my contact info. You don't hit me up, then you won't serious in the first place, and I just keep it moving. I don't dwell on it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? I got other stuff to be doing besides dwelling on 10 people who say, yo, that was crazy, cool. Thanks for the compliment, but I'm gonna keep it moving. But yo, check out Sack Right Debo. He got an EP dropping. See that I'm
right,
converting everything right back over. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
right.
not. I
And
don't.
that's the thing. You winning, and you're definitely gonna win like that. So let's talk about some of the artists on the label real quick, and what
Mhm.
projects do they have coming up?
Hazel Beat, her EP is dropping soon. She's working on it now as well. No, of course,
Okay,
Jen and Nicole, I had already dropped hers already.
right,
Sakurai Debo, he's working on his. Will be dropping soon. He actually see with Hazel and Sakurai, their music is already completed.
right.
See, that's the thing. I work ahead.
Wow,
I don't work with their on their time.
right,
I work ahead. So I make all the beats that I need to make sure it's for them, for
right,
that artist. Not just saying, yo, you're gonna write to this beat. That's not how that works. I make the beats based off of They do.
Right.
Then once they get enough of the records of 6 or 7 good songs for their EP, they write it, they let me hear it. If it's good, if we need to change something, we go from there. And once all that's done, just getting just recording it. All of their songs, their EPs are pretty much done. Just we just in the process of recording now.
Right.
That's 2 artists already down. Already down. I ain't
Right.
even got to DeAndre McKell. He's my R&B singer. Working on
Wow.
him as well, getting his beats together. Jay Real, my other R&B singer, working on him. Then they coming out. They'll be out within the winter going into next year.
Right.
I got another artist, Lauren AK, working on him. So then I got a couple more artists after that. Pat Man the Kid.
Right.
Um, he will be coming out soon as well. He's writing the lineup with Sackright and Hazel.
Okay.
Um, so like I said, I got a lot of artists that's in the lineup coming soon. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be crazy, but I'm telling you, like their music is different from everybody else's because their beats are not like everybody else.
Right.
You're not gonna hear that same emotional YouTube joint that you because I don't go on YouTube listen to other people's beats. I don't. I'm a producer and I should be listening to other people's beats. But the problem is when you listen to other people's beats, you start making beats like them.
Right. Right.
So I don't do it at all. I don't care. They be like, no, I just want, I don't care what you want.
Right.
But vocally, rap or sing what you're doing, and I can create something for that.
Right.
Then we go from there. Now, if you're just an artist that's not on my label, then hey, you're gonna have to take the selection of the beats that's already made.
Right.
Unless you want something custom, then I'm really gonna charge you.
Right.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So that's pretty much how that go. But yeah, yeah, I got my artists. They coming out. They coming out soon. Patman the Kid, Hazel, Sackrat Debo, LeBron AK. I got a couple more too. I just named them Chase.
Right.
Um, man, it's crazy. I got a lineup, bro. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
cap.
that's the thing, yo. I appreciate your sister because she's been sending some this way. I think we got Pat Man the Kid tomorrow. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I definitely appreciate y'all supporting the platform, and I'm definitely feeling what y'all doing. So let's talk about Throwback Entertainment. Like, what does the name mean, and what made you first start that?
All right, so it was crazy. We didn't know. We were trying to figure out a name. That's all that was. We were just trying to figure out a name. Like, man, we need a name. We need a name. So we just wrote like 5, 7 names down on a piece of paper. And between me, my brother, and my sister, we just whatever the unanimous decision was, that's what it was. And
Right,
Throwback Entertainment was the best name that stuck out. Now,
right,
it was no mistake that it was Throwback Entertainment because now that I look at it when we picked it, it's like it's a good name because generations to come, Throwback Entertainment, because
right,
of where the music actually came from, how did the music start, where did it, where, how did the music formulate all the way up until right now. So
wow,
Throwback Entertainment is a very marketable and good name when people say it off their tongue.
right. Wow. That makes sense right there. And then also, I see a lot of them have sack right at the beginning of their names. What's the sack right? What's up with
All
the
right,
sack?
so Sackright Pac-Man and Sackright Debo. See, them the only two. Um,
Okay.
they actually got their own little pot. They partners got a group called Sackright.
Oh wow.
So they're also a part of that. They just a part of it. They're not signed to it. They're just a part of it because that's like their
Right.
family and stuff too. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So they take that name Sackright and then Debo is like Debo is his real name. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So Sackright Debo. And I run with that. Nah, that's you. That's part of you. That's what I want. Sackright Pac-Man, but also known as Pac-Man the Kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he runs with both. You know
That
what I'm
makes
saying?
sense.
I don't try to change nobody. I don't want to change nobody. I just want to enhance and make them better as a person and as an artist and understand that everything you do has to be marketable. You can't think about the streets. You can't think about this. No. Remember, after we do these records, remember, I'm the one who got to go take these records to this, that person. Make sure the right people hear it. It's got to be marketable. And if it ain't a marketable record or song, I don't want to hear it.
Right.
Straight up. I don't care. I feel you. I don't care.
Right.
Now, if you want to make it better, holla at me then. But until then, I ain't going for it.
Right. And that's the thing. Almost like artist development. Back in the day, artists had to get developed. They had to go through the process and they would work it to get the project right there. So it's good because a lot of people, like you said, is like now with the internet, you have a lot of people like, I want to be an artist. Next thing you know, they got a mixtape out in 3 months. But it's like they can't do an interview. They don't have stage presence. They don't have confidence. Like you said, they don't have records. Let's talk about real quick for the artists, because I know we live in a microwave market now where like the attention span is so short. It's like you don't have artists working records no more. Being a CEO, how important is working the record?
It's important. That's like one of the most important things to anything you do. In order for your company, music company, to be successful, right? The first question that everybody asks is this. Okay, so you got a label. What hit record from any of your artists that you got was a good record? That is the first question they ask. They don't care how many artists you got.
Right.
What record? Not all of them got to ask you a good hit record. So it's important that you have to work the record. Right. You gotta work the record, no matter if it took you 2 months. You gotta work the record until it becomes a record.
Right.
Literally. Now, it's a lot of work and time. Yes, but think about this. An artist drop a song and say, I'm dropping this song. It's fire. It's dope. Okay. Mm-hmm. But that record been out for 2 years now.
Right.
Still ain't did nothing. Right? But in that same time when he dropped that record, I was working the record with one of my artists, or me myself, working the record. And we dropped that song at the same time. I actually spent time and took the right channel to make sure that the song turned into a record, and to make sure that record was right. And we got that song at the same time. But in that 2-year frame that went down the line, I done got more streams. I done got this. I done got that. I done got more fans. I done got all these things. But he didn't, or she didn't. Because why? She didn't do the right thing. She didn't do the right channel. She didn't work it as a record because she just felt like it was hot.
Right.
Just because you think it's hot, that don't mean that everybody else gonna think it's hot. Yo, wackest song that you say, man, I don't like that song. Man, I did it, but I don't like it. But that might be your hit record.
Right. Right.
Now I ain't putting that out. That's whack. But you like this record more than you like that record. But instead of just putting out like putting out both of the records at the same time, let the people choose of what they like. Let them choose, and then you go from there. That way you can see, okay, well, this record that I don't like actually got more streams than this one, so that means people really like this record. So now you start pushing that record.
Right.
Look, gems again to the game. Oh man, I keep giving them out.
You're definitely dropping it, yo. You're definitely dropping it. And I see this all the time because I'm in North Carolina. I'm an artist as well, but I focus on the podcast now. But I learned throughout my career, right? It's like as artists, sometimes their egos get in the way. It's like, I was in a group and it's like, yo, even with the process of doing the group, it's like, you got some people saying, let's do a listening party. Let's let some people hear it. Let's see what songs they like. Then you got other artists that you can't even change a line. Like, bro, say that different. Yo, it ain't come on. Oh, nah, man, that's the way it's supposed to be. And it's a fight almost. Then it's like, so, okay, they come in to the session with this record right here. It's going to be the single. This is the one that's going to be and it's like, we don't know which record is going to be the one. So right. It's like you put the record out, it don't do what they thought it was going to do. So now we got to come up with another record. Now we got to come up with another record. And you're wasting a lot of money. Whereas like if you would have did the listening party, you would have known these are the strong ones. Let's put the money behind these. Let's market them. So like, again, you definitely, when you're saying I'm dropping jewels, I'm definitely hearing them. And it's like, for the people that's watching, this ain't stuff that people teach you. This is stuff that you learned over the years. And it's like, that's going to save people a lot of money, a lot of wasted money, a lot of time, 5-10 years, it took certain people to learn these lessons. Like, yo, and then you wonder why your career stagnated, because like you're always looking for that next record, but like you said, you never took the time to push that record for a good 6 months. You never pushed that record for maybe take a year. Sometimes it's like we might hear a record that's on the radio. This thing is rocking, but then it's like somebody else, yeah, that record came out 2 years ago. So it's always new to somebody else. So it's like I'm glad that you're touching on certain things, because being a CEO, we have artists up here. We don't really have many CEOs up here that knows the business side. So it's like I try to switch it up and give people a little bit of everything up here. So let me ask you, for artists, they're looking for help, right? And they saying, yo, they might want to submit, like, yo, as far as the A&Rs, how would they go about submitting this stuff to your account?
All right, so I mean, it's real easy and simple. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's going to be a submission fee, of course. You know what I'm saying? But if you want somebody like me or the people I am connected with to like just hear your record, just to see where you at, what can happen, or can you possibly get a deal, possibly get a good situation. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? In my case, it's easy. You know what I'm saying? But I am a good channel to go through. So you definitely will want to connect with me. I'm saying it out loud right now. Don't sleep on it, because if you sleep on it, don't say I didn't tell you. Definitely get with me about it. But I do have the channels. I got the proper channels. But again, you can't just Google it. How can I submit my stuff to A&R? And then you're gonna be paying thousands of dollars trying to submit, and then they probably won't even hear you. I have every contact information all the way down to any label in the world. I have it. So yeah, so if you're looking for that contact list, you definitely want to get with me. That's all I'm gonna say about that part right now.
I feel you on that. So what's the best way that they can get in touch with you? What's the best way for them to hit you up?
Well, I don't mind. You know, I can. You can hit me on my IG page, TBE_official_page. Um, you can also email me at YUNGLXCOLLABS @gmail.com. That's Young Let's Collab @gmail.com. So you can also hit me up there. But I really suggest you hit me on my IG page, because I can respond more quicker to you. And then you make sure that when you hit me up, message me exactly what you're looking for. Don't just message me and say, hey, I'm not going to respond. Message me who you are, your name, what you're looking for, and what you want. I need to know those things. So if you're looking for the contact list or whatever the case may be, I could just shoot you a message right back and say exactly how much it is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you have to hit me up, because if you don't, I'm just not. I'm giving the gems.
Yeah, and that's real right there. Yo, I suggest any artists out there that's watching, if they're watching now or they're watching it on the playback, Throwback Entertainment, they're making moves. They're in Atlanta. They're definitely doing shows in Florida, different places like that. And the thing is, you have history. So it's like not like overnight. You've been doing it and you already paved your way and you already established your name and your brand. So let me ask you, okay, real quick, because you got your sister working with you, you got your wife working with you. So it's almost like a family business. So it's like, how does that feel?
Okay, so I do have other people as well working with me. All Access J, Temptation. I do have Zoe. She okay. Now let me tell you about who Zoe is. Okay, she goes by Chazaz Warmington. She is a two-time Grammy nominee, celebrity event hostess all over the world. She is one of my business partners as well. So if you're looking for consultations, you're looking for to get that international B, she hit me up. Trust me. Yeah. So when I tell you, I got people that's behind me for real, that believe in what's going on, and what I'm working with for real. And mind you, I'm saying it out loud. I don't have all the money in the world. I don't have a lot. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like everybody else. Everybody else are just trying to make it too, but understand it's a little bit different because I have my stuff in order to
Right.
where I can potentially make what I'm trying to get done.
Right.
You gotta know the difference. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You can say, "Oh, I got $1 million." Question is your $1 million actually worth $1 million?
Right. Right. And most
Compared
people are
to
not.
right, compared to what I'm doing, how I got everything organized, who I'm working with, how I'm working with them, why they're working with me. I don't force these people to work with me. They work with me because they love what I do.
Right.
They love the way I'm doing what I'm doing. They love the fact that I actually care about my artists. I actually care that much about my artists. They say, bro, I can't get the studio, bro. I'm about to have a baby, bro. Look, take 6 months. Look, I am not what. Look, do what you gotta do. Hit me
Right.
back when you ready. Simple. We're not gonna do all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I love my artists. I love everything I do. I love the people around me. Like if it wasn't for them, I won't be striving every day to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? So again, no, I don't have no 9 to 5 job because I can't work a 9 to 5 job doing what I do.
Right.
I got people around me who actually like, no, Lex, we get it, do your thing, but we'll handle this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you got a support system, that helps. You know what
Big
I'm
time.
saying? And I'm doing all this with 7 kids. No, my bad, 5 kids.
Right.
5 kids.
That's well,
Five.
that ain't easy. It ain't
Five
easy,
kids.
bro. It ain't easy.
So I don't want to hear nobody say they can't do it or they like, man, oh my kids, man, or, man, I can't. No, man, no excuses. Your 9 to 5 job is to help you fund what you really want to do. That's what
Right.
your 9 to 5 job is for. So if you don't understand the business world and you okay, watch this. When you start understanding why, no disrespect, white people making all this money,
Right.
how are they making this money? Have you ever actually thought to figure that out? How are they actually making all this money? How every time I look up, this same white dude that went to school with me who was broke, now he got over $20 million. But
Right.
I'm doing the same thing he doing. They ain't got nothing. Because again, have you ever thought about how he got that $20 million or how is he making this revenue for the rest of his life?
Right.
Figure that out. When you figure that out, then I promise you, you'll be like, oh, it's business.
Right.
That's it. It's business. The government, even right now with the pandemic situation that happened, look, the government gave everybody so much money to the point where you can start your own business and all, and without actually, it's not a loan. They gave it
Right.
to you, and a lot of people still didn't go do it.
Ah,
Yeah, they want to go buy a jewelry, you want to go splurge on a new car, not all the crazy crap.
right.
Trust me, I've seen it.
Right.
But
I
the first
have
I
to.
question that, I'm like, hey, you got an LLC? Why not?
Right.
Well, you know that you got. Hey, I ain't shot nobody up, but you getting this PPP, man. You better about that. Get your business together, man,
Right.
because they will be. Just wait. They might not hit you now, but they gonna hit you later. But you better get it
Yeah.
together. No, I'm look
It's
again
real.
dropping gems.
It's
Again,
real. It's being
I'm
real.
trying to look.
Right.
Dropping. Look, I'll do because I don't just want to see my black people successful. I want to see all people successful for real, bro. Like
Wow.
this world is bigger than what people think it is, and you can
Right.
be part of this change. You could be part of the change. I know I'm part of the change because my name rings. So I know when people say Lex, they know, oh no, he dope. He
Right.
fine. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I want other people to know, like, yo, get it together. Get it together. We gotta work. Get it together.
And that's the thing. Your work is paying off. So okay, for the people that's watching, right? You got the dipping and dabbing out right now, right?
Mm-hmm. That's
Throwback
my artist
entertainment.
side.
That's the artist side. So how do you balance being the artist, being the CEO and the producer? How do you balance all that and dad and husband? How do you wear all these hats and balance and keep it together?
Okay. So I got a wife that actually supports what I do. Right? So it helps. That's one. Producer. I make my beats in my house. I don't have to go to no studio to make my beats.
Right.
I could wake up, boom. I feel like making a beat today. Yeah, make a beat. Probably make about 10 of them, just that quick, right? Then it goes to CEO standpoint. Which one of my artists can do these beats? If I was to make
Right.
a hook, like if I'm about to write some stuff down, boom, write some hooks and melodies and stuff, and then I start sending them out to my artist, that CEO position, to make
Right.
sure what artist can do what. Now you talk about on my artist side. In the process of all of that, I'm like, yo, I'm about to do this record myself. So I already done put my stuff to the side. So when it's
Right.
time for me to go do my records, and I done got their stuff out of the way of what I need to do at that time, then I go do what I need to go do because I am dropping the EP as well.
Wow. Okay. You got a date for it already or a month?
Nope, not yet, not yet,
Okay.
not yet. I'll see. That's gonna be on the next interview.
That was the thing I was going to ask you. Like down the road, would you come back up here again? Was it pretty hot?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll be
definitely,
back.
yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. We definitely support and throwback entertainment over here. If it's anything that we might have missed on this episode right here, that we might have missed that we need to touch on, you want to hit that real quick?
Um. Oh, shouts out to Big George too, man.
Salute, definitely.
For becoming uh Hollywood stars, man. Walk of Fame, man. No cap. Yeah. Shouts out, man. That's a big thing. That's what I'm trying to
Definitely.
get. I need my footprint in the sand. I need the concrete. I need my star. I need it on the road, man. That's what I want, but that's a goal. That's what
Right,
I'm reaching at. I'm gonna reach that when I do. I'm telling you it's gonna be crazy. But I will say this too for Jen and Nicole. Um, like I said, she's already over 100,000 streams. So right now, she also got that's actually for people who don't know, when you get 50,000 to 100,000 streams starting off, you get
right.
a Spotify plaque. Yeah, a
Wow.
lot of independent artists out there right now. You're looking to to solidify yourself. You might want to get your marketing up. Get the
Right,
marketing. If you need marketing, hit me up.
right,
If you need marketing, hit me up. Um, Go back to what I was saying with Janet. My goal is for her. I'm hitting that 500,000.
right,
That's
right,
gold. That's gold status.
right, right,
RIAA certified. That's gold status. So that's one of my big goals that I'm really looking forward to for real, And I can't
right,
wait to get that, just to show, mind you, I'm an independent label with no major deal. With
right,
no other labels. Now I got ties to other people, but I don't have no major deal with my label with no major. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I'm trying to be the first independent artist with a label with artists to have an artist hitting gold. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's big. And it's like based on the numbers, it's only going to continue growing. It's like at this point, it's like that's the thing about the business and analytics. It's like you see your growth. So it's like you already know, like, okay, if we keep doing what we're doing, we might need to advertise a little more here. But it's like you see it projected. It's like so that 500,000 is definitely attainable and it's going to happen because you're already on the way. So
hmm
what's been some of your most proudest moments or some of your accomplishments that's happened in your career so far?
Man, I ain't gonna cap. That's a lot. Cause shout out to Revelation Johnson. That's for
Right.
everybody don't know who that is. That's Tupac's cousin.
Wow.
I actually have a record with him. That's actually on my beat. Yeah, that's big, and I have not dropped that yet. You will get the release date soon on that.
Right.
Shouts out to him. He's actually one of my biggest accomplishments as well. Like that's my bro. MIG from Crime Mob, that's my bro. I actually got a record with him too, and I'm actually featured on the record too. Actually, it's my song, but
Wow.
he's actually featured on the record with me.
Right.
Um, Man, little Marco from the Getaway Boys. I don't know if y'all know him back in the days with Killer Mike.
Killer Mike.
So that's little Marco. That's my partner. I got some stuff with him. Like, man, I got a lot of compliments, man. Like, it's crazy. Like,
Right.
I like my computer's like a $1 million computer. No cap.
And that's the thing, yo. How does it feel, right? Starting from a dream. So, like you said, I know I got over $1 million on my computer right now. Along the journey, because I'm sure it won't always easy. I mean, you have your good times. We all go through life. Life happens.
Right.
But looking at it now, how does that feel? Just know, like from where you started, like even back then, how far you've come. How do
Mm-hmm.
you feel, bro?
Feel good because of the people that surround me that actually love me and love what I'm doing, and they see it's the right thing that I'm doing. So it's a good feeling for real. You know, like I said, it keeps me going and strives me. You know, even with my kids. You know, my daughter, she actually interested in the music. She rap and sing. Um,
Wow.
so yeah, I'm about to get her cranking up. So it's a good feeling, man. Like I inspire people, man. That's one of my main things. I like to inspire people. My wife, for example, my wife, right? She don't rap at all,
Wow.
but she do got a record, and she
Wow.
sound like she been rapping for 10 years. No lie,
Right.
you'll have that coming soon too. But
Right.
that's another story. But yeah,
Wow.
that's just to show you that that anybody can really do this if you really put your mind to it. And like I said, I like to inspire people. So it feels good, bro. It does.
Yeah. And that's the thing. The sky's the limit, and doors are going to continue to keep opening. It's like one thing that I get from all of y'all that I have up here is like your authentic vibe. It's like, yo, this is who we are. We trying to work, and it's like I salute that, especially as a black man. And then, like you said, you working with your sister, you working with different people in the industry as well. But it's like I hear you saying you got 5 kids. I'm a dad. I'm here. I'm a present dad. I'm not just a dad. I'm a present dad. I'm a
Mhm.
husband. I'm out here helping people. I'm, reaching out to people. Yo, how can I help? And when you do that, when you have a heart like that, you can't do nothing but win. So it's like, even from your sister, from the first conversation I had, it was all love. And it was like, yo, like, this is dope. So then she started talking about the label and telling me a little bit about the background. It got me excited because it's like, yo, if it happened for them, it can happen for somebody else. So it's like when you say inspiration and stuff like that, it may be somebody watching this video. They may be wanting to get into the game one day. From this video, they might say, yo, if young Lex could do it, I can do it. Or they might reach out and be like, yo, I need help. And then they might wind up being an artist. So it's like the thing with the platform is I like to give people a platform because, like, with the mainstream and the media, we only get the negative side, or we get the
Mhm.
exaggerated lifestyle. I'm the kingpin. I sold billions of dollars of dope and that. And whatever everybody did to get where they are, that's their business. I'm not gonna tell anybody. I'm not gonna be Vlad and have anybody come up here and incriminate themselves or nothing like that. But the thing
Right.
I like to focus on is the accomplishments. Like, yo, people that look like me, my black people, my community, like to show people, like, okay, I don't know where you started from, right? But I know where you are. So when people look at it and they say, yo, young Lex, he got a label, he got this, he got that, yo, and they're excited. They get to hear I put in work. This wasn't overnight. This didn't happen just 2 days ago. It's like this has been a journey. So now they feel like if he could do it, I can do it. Or those dark times where it feel like it may be somebody that label, they may be in a stagnant moment right now, where it may not be moving like it. They might need to do a revamp or whatever. Sometimes when we share our story, it gives other people a umph that I can do it. If it happened for them, it happened for me. But I like to salute excellence and being a CEO, an artist, black man. You ain't up here talking about, yo, I'm killing a bunch of people. I got the Draco. You might have the Draco, but you're not telling people, yo, I got the Draco. I killed 50 people. You're saying get your business right. If you got an idea, I help you. If you need help, hit me up. If you need marketing, I'm here. And when you have that type of spirit or that type of person, you can't do nothing but win. So
Mhm.
I wanted to salute you. I always take a moment on the show to salute because, like, for the accomplishments, that's things that you've done things that people still want to do, and you've done things that I haven't done. So from one black man to another black man, salute, bro. And like you said, 100,000 streams, that's not easy.
Mm-mm.
You've done that. You've done that. So I salute my hat to you. And I know the 500,000 is on the way. You got the team, you got everybody in place. So I know y'all going to continue to grow. I'm excited about Throwback Entertainment. I'm excited about the projects. Like I said, every artist that been up here, it's been a pleasure even hearing their story. It's always been a good energy. It's been good love. But most of all, they're talented. They have
Mhm.
good music and they have a story behind it. So the plan that you're working, bro, the way that God gave it to you is working, bro. So if it's like, if you got 7, 8 other artists, I'm excited about hearing their stories. I'm excited about hearing their way of thoughts, because it's like the way you're working it and putting it together with the artist development. And it's like you have a purpose. You're not just doing it for a hobby. You're doing it for legacy. You're doing it for long term. So from me and the proof, bro, I wanted to salute you for real, because like, again, it's like Boot has been sending a lot of people and it's been showing a lot of love. And it's like, that's your sister. So to see it all come full circle, then I meet you and I hear your story, like, yo, you really helping people, and like, yo, you know the board, you know how to produce, you know how to market, you know the business, you know the publishing. The majority of the guests on here are indie artists. The majority of the people that watch, this is stuff they don't. So it's like, I would encourage them to hit you in the inbox. If they have questions, they hit you up, because that's the whole purpose. It's not like you saying, nah, nobody better not hit me up. There's a fee, of course, because you're a businessman. But if you need help, I hear that you're willing to help. And I salute you. If you got any last words, you know, you could drop that. And I'm definitely excited about Sack Right Pat Man tomorrow. And we definitely got to get you back up here down in the road again.
I got you. I mean, that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate it, man. And I salute you too, man, because you got a good platform, and I love what you're doing, man. And like I said, man, for everybody, for all the indie artists that's out there that has been on this show and that is watching, like, look, I'm telling you, make sure you hit my inbox or whatever you're looking for, because again, it's hard to get connections to the majors. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you ain't coming with $100,000-$200,000 in your pocket straight to them, they don't want to hear nothing you got. They don't care how good your music sounds. Right. Look, again, dropping gems. They don't care about how much music, how your music sounds. They don't care. What they do care about is, do you have the budget to put behind their music? That's it. That's it. That's all they care about. So if you're looking for that and you got a budget, or you got a good record, or you got whatever you got, hit me up and let me I point you in the right direction, and then we go from there.
Yeah, and that's dope right there. You want to send any shout outs to the team? Anything else?
I mean, of course, shouts out to Throwback Entertainment. Shouts out to you, man. Shouts out, bro. No cap, bro. It was a pleasure, man. Shouts out to Lady Legs. Shouts out to All Extra J, Temptation, Rail, and my G, man. Boneless, man. Love it. I love it all, man. No cap. Shouts out.
And that's the thing, yo. I definitely want to get you back where we can touch into more, because you do so many things, right? But it's like, for the introduction for this one right here, yo, I'm definitely excited about it. You dropped a lot of jewels. I think right now I'm gonna throw back to the video again, the dipping and dabbing right there, and we'll sign off after that. So I'm gonna let you throw to it, and then if you got any last shout outs, I'm gonna do the sign off right now. This is the Proof in the Pudding podcast show, and I go by the name of Sion 919. We got Young Lex in the building, Throwback Entertainment, yo, a lot of jewels, yo. It's definitely an honor and pleasure. And this stuff right here is like, yo, you can't put a dollar amount on it, because like, the knowledge is power. And I definitely appreciate you sharing your story on today.
You already know, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact. So if you want to throw to the video, and then we'll sign off that way.
All right, so you already know, man. This your boy Young Lex. This is my new video that I just released last month, man. Going crazy right now, for real, dipping and dabbing. Our feature with my artist, Pat Man the Kid, man, Sack Right Pat Man. So y'all know, check it out.
Yo, that's a fact right there. And we thank everybody for watching. Yo, we love y'all. Yo, appreciate Throwback Entertainment. Salute, bro. Thank you again.
You already know.
All right, I'm about to bring it up now. Here we go.
Hey, kid, let him. That right, man. Color on, baby. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm speaking true like a pastor. I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in a raptor.
Take the power ready with a whip. Diamonds on my neck, that drip. Suicide door, that flip. Let's to the kid, that shit.
Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm speaking true like a pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in a raptor.
Take the power ready with a whip. Diamonds on my neck, that drip. Suicide door, that flip. Let's to the kid, that shit.
Color on traffic, we making it happen. My nigga by that shit busted out the plastic. Ripping the go, bitch, so swerving through traffic. Play with that captain, that shit can get tragic.
What you wanna do, little bastard? I'm your master. Talk too much like a pastor. Diamonds on my neck like flip. I'm just sick. Stupid ass nigga too bitch.
Roll up a bed while them niggas be capping. Don't say this swinger from all of this trapping. Big boy truck, I pull up in the raptor. Black and yellow, but I call it the raptor.
Big man rolls in my motherfucking chain. I'll be thrilled with my bitch Billy Jean. All these niggas wanna be in between. Dabbing and flipping, you know what it means.
Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm thinking too like the pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in the raptor. Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm thinking too like a pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in the raptor.
Get the fire red with a whip. Diamonds on my neck, that drip. Suicide door, that flip. Let's to the kid, that shit.
Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm thinking too like a pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in the raptor.
Get the fire red with a whip. Diamonds on my neck, that drip. Suicide door, that flip. Let's to the kid, that shit. Let's and the kid, that shit. 100 round drunk and I'm not gon' miss. Hug a nigga like a hog guy, you a bitch. See me, nigga, and you don't say lit.
Hey, bitch, you gon' pop my shit. 50K large, that's a lot of my wrist. Selling these bags, got a young nigga rich. Got the money, call a nigga, don't say shit. Hold up.
Net B look like ice cream block. Net 2 go, so you know it got a lot. She dipping and dabbing with ass and no jeans. In the back seat with a big ass beam.
So they look fool, I don't whip up a brick. Back in the love, trapping hit after hit. No trapping Scott, but I swear that it's it. Crispy blue hunters and lubricant heat. Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm thinking too like the pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in the raptor. Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm thinking too like a pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in the raptor.
Get the fire red with a whip. Diamonds on my neck, that drip. Suicide door, that flip. Let's to the kid, that shit.
Dipping and dabbing through traffic, killing these bastards. My team gon' cause a disaster. I'm thinking too like a pastor. Bitch, I'm a trapper. I'ma pull up in the raptor.
Get the fire red with a whip. Diamonds on my neck, that drip. Suicide door, that flip. Let's to the kid, that shit.